In today's video, we'll take a look at the exact differences between a label and a record company or a major company. Hello everyone, welcome to this video. My name is Tariq. I'm a successful producer, publisher and artist, several times certified gold and platinum, and today I'm helping independent artists and producers make a living from their music. Before answering the question, what's the difference between a label and a record company? I invite you to click on the subscribe button to join tens of thousands of independent artists and producers who aspire to make a living from their music. It rewards me for my work and motivates me to keep this YouTube channel active and to throw lots of content at you. So the difference between a label and a record company is basically twofold. The first is function. The function of a record company is to take care of the entire chain from production to final marketing to the public. In other words, a record company will have several labels within its entity in charge of production, then we'll have in-house press attachés, then we'll have an in-house distribution department, and now even in virtually all record companies we have an in-house booking department. In other words, we have a degree of support at every level. In contrast, on a label, you're going to focus exclusively on artistic development and music production. When you join a record company, it's not for nothing that there are several labels within a record company. That's because each label will have its own identity, its own entity to develop and produce artists. And then within the same record company, this global project won't come out in quotation marks. We're not going to license it to another company. We're going to set up an in-house team of press officers. We're going to set up an in-house booking team. We're going to manage distribution in-house. And in fact, the whole chain is going to be assembled in the same company. That's not what a label is for. A label's vocation is to develop musical projects and then go and deal with them either with a distributor or, why not, with a press relations agency, what is very commonly called in the industry a press attaché, or with a media company directly, or with a record company, which will take care not of production, distribution, marketing and promotion, but just marketing and promotion because the production will already have been done. That's why enhanced distribution and licensing deals are so popular with record companies. So that's the first big difference. I repeat, a label is going to be focused on the musical production of artistic development. A record company will have several labels that will focus on production but will also handle marketing, distribution and promotion. The second big difference between a label and a record company is, by definition, size. When we say major company, it's because we're dealing with structures that weigh hundreds of millions of euros, if not perhaps as much as $1 billion or even more. These are gigantic structures that not only have the music business under their control, but also belong to much more solid groupings. We recently witnessed the IPO of Universal Music. Until 2021 years ago, Universal Music belonged to the Vivendi group. Vivendi brings hundreds of billions of euros to the table. So the size is different. You can have labels like Bad Boys Record in the USA, very big independent labels. To give you an example from France, Play 2, if I'm not talking nonsense at the time I'm shooting this video, has sales of around 50 million euros. That's not the same thing as a structure that can sell for several hundred million or even several billion. Can you see the difference? And yet Play 2 is a very big independent label. 50 million euros in sales, according to the data we have publicly available on society.com and elsewhere. The second big difference is size. Size already in terms of cash flow, but also the size of the team, the size of the distribution network, and the size of the network itself. When a major company presses a button, you've got hundreds of media outlets standing by, you've got hundreds, if not thousands, of points of sale standing by, and so on. When a label pushes a button, it might make a little noise, but without all that network at your disposal, most of the time it doesn't explode. Otherwise, Drake's label would be a multi-million-dollar label, if not $1 billion label. Otherwise, Puff Daddy's label and Bad Boys Records would be multi-billionaires and so on. They stay in their place because they understand that the record company network is just a bypass. Those are the two big differences between a label and a record company. Please let me know in the comments what you think, whether you think a label can manage without a record company, or whether you think this may be the end of record companies. It's true that there are other indicators leading us to believe that record companies are nearing their end. If you'd like me to make a video on the subject, give me a big like, put a comment in the description, and tell me you want this video and I'll prepare it for you. For now, I'd like to thank you for your attention. I'd also like to invite you to click on the link in the description because I've got a little present for you. The opportunity to join my next online masterclass, totally free of charge. It's an online training course with me, quite advanced, which, according to the feedback I get, guarantees that your time will be well invested and will help you to develop your next musical projects. Thank you for your attention to this video. I wish you all the best for the future and say bye 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 bye.